People often ask us, why should I buy a Skutt kiln? Well, one reason is experience. Skutt has been manufacturing kilns for the pottery and education market since 1953. It was founded by Ralph Skutt and his son Neil, and now operates out of Portland, Oregon, with the fourth generation hard at work. Ralph and Neil built the company on a foundation of innovation, quality workmanship, and exceptional customer service. We are happy to say that that tradition is alive and well today. Let's take a closer look at some of the features that have made Skutt Kilns some of the best-selling kilns worldwide. One of the innovations that really put Skutt Kilns on the map was developing the first truly sectional kiln. The fact that you could break it up into sections easily meant that you could bring it down into basements and through narrow doorways. This meant that kilns no longer had to be constructed on site or brought in with heavy cranes. It truly brought ceramics into the home. The removable hinged box can easily be sent in for servicing. All the materials used to construct the kiln are corrosion resistant, and the heavy-duty springs make lifting the lid effortless. All Skutt kilns are supported by a 2-year warranty that includes parts and labor. We have 3 full-time techs that are available 5 days a week and one of the largest network of distributors that can help you when you need it. Let's take a closer look at the KilnMaster touchscreen controller. Its hinged design allows you to lift the screen up to comfortably program without bending or stooping, and then place back down so you can easily view the screen from across the room. When designing the interface, we took several steps to make it more intuitive and easier to use. Before the KMT controller came out, traditional designs had a horizontal display and the screens were smaller. They had more of an industrial look and feel to them. So the first thing we did was flip it up vertically and make the screen bigger. This gave it the look of something that people use every day in their life, a smartphone. We wanted an interface that was easy to use for the absolute beginner, but not cumbersome for the more advanced artists. Even advanced programmers need help sometime. That's why we put a help button at the top right-hand corner of every screen. If you're ever unclear about what to do on a particular screen, just press that help button and you'll get more detailed information about what to do. To get started, just press Begin here to access the home screen. From here you can go to Programming, change settings, view diagnostics. You can even output firing logs to your computer to analyze in further detail. Let's take a closer look at the programming options. From the programming screen, you can choose one of 6 ways to enter or run a program. Guided Start is a kiosk-style programming mode designed to help beginners through the process. Cone Fire mode is the same tried and true programming mode used on previous Skutt controllers. It just has a sleeker, quicker to use interface. It chooses programs designed by ceramic engineers based on the options you choose. Glass Fire mode, like Cone Fire mode, uses the parameters you define to run the correct fusing, slumping, or casting program for your project. Write a new program is just like it sounds. It allows you to write your own program, just like the ramp hold mode on the older controllers. My Program is where you store your programs that you have written, and the library is a place where we have preloaded programs for things like slow firing sculpture or slow firing glazes. And one of the nicest things about this new controller is the upgrades are free. Whenever we add something to the library, all you need to do is download the new version. Let's take a closer look at the Guided Start mode. The first thing you need to do is select whether you want to fire ceramics or glass. If you don't think you will ever fire glass, you can always go into the interface in Settings and turn the glass features off. Next, you choose if it's a bisque, a glaze, or a preheat only firing. The preheat only firing was designed for teachers who are required to be with their kiln the entire firing. This way they can do the preheat only firing one day and then do the bisque firing the next day. As you can see, there's a brief description for the firing that's selected. Next, you'll choose your cone value. As you can see, we have loaded the 3 most popular cone values out there for a glaze firing. If you'd like to choose another cone, you still have that option. Notice in red lettering that we warn people from overfiring low fire clay. If you want to fire to another cone, simply select the Other Cone feature, press Next. Use the slider to select the cone that you want to fire to, and then press Next. Lastly, you will choose a firing speed, receive a little affirmation for your accomplishment, and end at the Cone Fire mode screen for reviewing the program. Here you can choose to view the actual program, or just press Start and start the program. Before the firing begins, the kiln will first run a diagnostic check to record in permanent history. The firing screen will display the estimated time remaining along with a graph that follows the progress throughout the firing. At Skutt, our goal is and always will be to help you make great things.